If you want to learn how to make this delicious coffee cake that's super tender and it has a crunchy pumpkin streusel topping and maple vanilla glaze, cinnamon center that you guys are just gonna love. So let's get started. In a small bowl, place your sugar and your brown sugar and a pinch of salt, pumpkin spice, and toss that over, and you're gonna give this a really good stir. Now that our sugar mixture is fully combined with our pumpkin spice, we are going to add our pecans, and we're just going to give this a toss, and we're going to set it to the side, and we're going to get started on our streusel topping. In a bowl, add your AP flour, your sugar, your pumpkin spice, and your brown sugar. And you're going to give this a good stir. Now you're going to add your melted butter, and using a rubber spatula, just kind of toss it around, and you'll start to see sort of clumps sort of form. Just keep working through those clumps. You can use your hands to break it up as I am. And now we're going to set this to the side. So to get started with our maple glaze, you're gonna get powdered sugar, melted butter, maple syrup, and a splash of vanilla extract. And you're just gonna give all of this a good whisk, just to ensure everything is combined. And if your glaze is a little thick, then just add a splash of milk to thin it out, and you are good to go. We can set this to the side. For our dry ingredients, we are going to get AP flour, cinnamon, ground cinnamon, pumpkin spice, salt, and baking powder, and a little splash of nutmeg. And I'm going to give all of this a really good whisk and set that to the side. And let's get started with our wet ingredients. For our wet ingredients, we're going to use a bowl, add our egg and our brown sugar and our neutral oil. And I'm going to give all of this a really good whisk, just to create a little bit of volume and to ensure everything is dissolved. The egg is nicely beaten well, and the sugars are dissolved into the egg mixture. So once that's all dissolved, we can add our pumpkin puree and our milk and give all of this a really good whisk. Now we can add the sour cream and give that a good whisk and set to the side. Now we're ready to add our dry ingredients. So grab your dry ingredients and just throw the whole thing over, and just kind of using a rubber spatula, just combine everything in, and easy peasy, that is it. So now we're going to get ready to assemble this coffee cake. So you want to get your cake pan set up. I have it with parchment and I've sprayed it down, all lined up. And now I'm going to add half of the batter. You can eyeball this, and you want to spread it out as evenly as possible before we put the cinnamon sugar filling. And once I have it all evenly spread out, just like so, I'm using an offset spatula to help me out, but you don't have to be perfect. You can use a rubber spatula if you don't have one. That works fine. Just try and get it as flat as possible. Now I'm sprinkling over my cinnamon pecan filling, and just trying to do it as evenly as possible, so that you get a nice cinnamon pecan filling everywhere in each bite. So once I have that all done, I'm going to add the rest of my batter, and for it to kind of spread out easily because once the batter hits the sugar, it will be hard to spread out. You kind of want to do small mounds and spread it out yourself. So that way, when you go in with your offset spatula, you're not pulling the sugar mixture off, which will happen. So just kind of, take your time and spread it out as much as possible so the work is already done. So once I have all of my cake batter out, just like so, I'm going to go in with my offset spatula and you guys will see how easy it is to spread it out and get it in a nice even layer. So I have my last cake layer evened out, easy peasy. So now I'm going to add my pumpkin streusel topping. And so I have my oven preheating at 350 degrees, and I'm going to bake this for 40 to 45 minutes or until you pull the cake insert out and no crumbs. So my pumpkin coffee cake is ready. I'm gonna let it cool for about 10 to 15 minutes before I glaze the coffee cake. So now I've let the cake cool and it's been about 10 minutes for me. Now using a spoon, I'm just gonna drizzle this glaze all over it and it smells so good. I can't wait to cut into this cake. So now that I'm all drizzled and ready to go, I'm gonna cut the cake into 9 pieces. So going 3, doing 2 incisions lengthwise and vertically. And now let's serve this up. Okay, let's cut into this cake and serve it up and let's try it. I got my coffee brewing and we are ready to eat this. So let's bite into this cake. It is so moist, guys. You guys are gonna love this. Perfectly spiced. I love that cinnamon pecan kind of cinnamon filling in the center and that crunchy streusel on the top. I mean, it just screams fall with that maple glaze. It tastes so good. I really hope you guys make this recipe, and if you liked the video and found it helpful, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you.